Welcome to Cup of Culture. My name is Sarena and this video is dedicated to the beauty and diversity of black tea. So we all know that black tea comes in various different kinds of flavours and blends, and in this video I just wanted to show how 4 different kinds of black teas look like. What we have here is an Earl Grey tea, an English rose, an English breakfast tea and an orange Pekoe tea. This is just my personal favourite selection of black teas. There are hundreds of different varieties of black tea, so even though they're all black teas, they just taste a little bit differently, which is something I really like about tea because it lets you immerse into those different kinds of flavours. And the more you drink tea and the more you drink black tea, you see that there are just so many different kinds of varieties, something I do really enjoy. I'm just going to boil up some water and then prepare each tea in the same way. So I'm going to let each tea steep for about 3 minutes and then we can compare all these 4 teas. So our 4 teas are ready to be served now. I must say it smells delicious in here, all those different flavours of the black tea. Really good. So I let each tea steep for about 3 minutes, and as always I used 1 teaspoon per 200 millilitres of water. And if you look at the teas, you can see that there is a difference in their looks. So for example, the English breakfast tea is by far the darkest. Then we have, for example, the orange Pekoe tea, and I believe it kind of looks a bit orange, but to be fair, it's probably my imagination going wild. And now I'm very excited to try and compare all of these 4 teas. And first off, we have the Earl Grey tea. The name Earl Grey tea actually comes from Earl Grey II, who was the Prime Minister in the 19th century. To me, an Earl Grey tea is something quintessentially British. An Earl Grey tea usually contains a burgoyne aroma, and this one also has blue cornflowers inside, so I'm very excited. It's not a light black tea, to be honest, and I think it's one of the best combinations you can have for afternoon tea. So this Earl Grey does have a subtle floral note thanks to the cornflowers, and also has this kind of fruity note thanks to the bergamot aroma. It's such a good blend. So next up we have the English rose tea, and to be fair, the English rose tea actually originated in China because tea artisans started to mix the loose tea leaves with essential oils and essential oils of roses and rose buds. But this tea with the combination of rose buds like this is just pure England to me. It's so interesting how one tea can be so different to another black tea. This tea contains the most intense floral flavours, and you can taste those rose buds. Even though you wouldn't eat roses usually, you kind of do really like roses in your tea. I think you can actually combine it to tea biscuits, which are rather plain. We're now coming to the English breakfast tea. And this tea, as I mentioned before, is a bit darker. So English breakfast tea is usually the best seller in the UK, and people started to drink it more often when they found out that Queen Victoria was a huge fan of this blend. It has this malty richness, and I think it's probably the richest out of these 4 teas. And because it's rather strong, it's one of the best teas if you want to have a tea for your full English breakfast. So lastly, we have the orange Pekoe tea, and this is the tea I have every single morning, just because I love it, that it's so bright and crisp and refreshing. And as a side note, the term orange Pekoe stems from 2 different languages or nationalities. So Pekoe comes from Chinese and means white tip, so referring to the fresh tea leaves. And orange actually refers to the Royal Orange House of Holland. Crazy sometimes. So to sum up, we have 4 different kinds of teas, each one a little bit different. So we have the one which is very refreshing, we have one which is robust and malty, we have very floral tea, and a tea which is more on the citrus side. And in this video I just wanted to show you how much fun it can be to experiment with different kinds of tea blends, and maybe if you want to even mix up your own blend, for example getting some rose petals and combining them with bergamot aroma, being creative with tea and cherishing all the different kinds of variety our world has to offer. And also those cultivation areas which all have like different kinds of methods how the tea is picked and everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This room still smells incredibly delicious just because of those 4 teas. So I hope to see you in my next video about tea or another cup of culture related thing. So until next time, and bye!